Alexis Adams, the mother of his baby, claims he refuses to meet their special needs son and is turning his back on him, leaving the family with little support. You know his hit songs and flashy music videos, but there's a side of Flo Rida you may not know about. The alleged absentee father who refuses to acknowledge his 19-month-old son, Zohar.
Zohar's going on too. He doesn't know his father, and his father doesn't know him. He has no interest in Zohar.
Alexis Adams claims she's the mother of Flo Rida's son Zohar, who suffers from hydrocephalus, a neurological condition that causes excess fluid to build up in the brain.
He pretended as if the baby wasn't his. Till this day, he hasn't made any attempts to visit Zohar. He has not checked up on him.
Adams and Flo Rida first met in 2015 and began a casual relationship.
It was just dating. It wasn't exclusive. And it went on until I discovered I was pregnant.
Adams claims after telling Flo Rida she was pregnant in 2016, the rapper seemed to indicate he wanted her to have an abortion.
He didn't really say those exact words, but more so like he's not ready for it. After that, things kind of got ugly.
Ugly to the point that he sent her scathing messages about their child.
He called my baby an evil child, and those were his exact words.
Adams continues to reach out to Flo Rida for support, but ultimately was left to get through the near-fatal birth of her son alone.
I just remember a lot of doctors in the room, a lot of lights, a lot of the alarms going off. I was losing so much blood that they took him away from me. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Zohar did make it, and that's when Adams hired an attorney to help facilitate a paternity test. That is the only time Adams says Flo Rida was ever in the same room with their child.
Flo Rida has only seen Zohar once. No acknowledgement, no looking at the baby. It's like nothing, very cold.
The results of the paternity test indicated Flo Rida was a 99.9% match for the father, but receiving monthly child support payments has been a challenge.
I had to chase Flo for child support until a judgment was made.
Adams says the child support isn't enough, especially with Zohar's condition.
He needs to see doctors, and especially being in New York City, the doctors are expensive.
Flo Rida is publicly calling BS, claiming the $5,000 he's giving Adams is more than fair. And while the legal battle continues, it appears Zohar isn't the first child Flo Rida has turned his back on, which Wendy Williams acknowledged on her show last year.
This is the second time he's done this. Back in 2015, he reached a settlement for child support for a kid he wasn't claiming. So he's not a claimer.
Clearly, Zohar is not the only one, and there's a lot of things I can't discuss, but I'm sure the truth will come out. My son needs his father.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this video right here is about rapper Flo Rida. A lot of y'all may know him by his hit song, Low, featuring T-Pain, came out some years ago. Talk about those apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Anyway, I love that song. That was the only song I really liked by him. But that's not the cause of this video. That's not the case of the video or the topic. The topic of the video is basically dealing with Flo Rida and his, I think, 19-month-old son who suffers from a rare brain disease. And also, it was allegedly said that Flo Rida called the child an evil fucking child, his own child. Now, he went and had DNA tests. Him and Miss Alexis Adams, 34 years old, had a DNA test because he was denying paternity. Basically had the test done. It came back 99.99, you know how it go, percent, that he is the child father. And he pretty much made a big deal over there having to pay child support, saying that he's paying enough, not realizing that, number one, the cost of living is high, and also that his son needs constant medical treatment and help also. And the fact that he only paid $5K a month, I mean, it's substantial, but depends on what kind of medical treatment he needs. That's not going to be enough to cover the medical expenses for that child. But hopefully they have insurance on the child, and insurance will cover the rest, since the pappy, the daddy, don't want to cover the rest of the cost. Now, this is the second time that Flo Rida has denied his children, because Wendy Williams exposed him back, I think, 2016 on her show. You can look it up. Wendy Williams exposes Flo Rida with his first child. He tried to do basically the same thing with the first child. So if you know he don't want to be a dad to the first child, quite naturally, he gonna do the same thing to the second child. So I'm gonna read a snippet from this story, and I'm gonna dig right on up in this story. You know how I do it, surely as we go. Flo Rida refuses to meet his 19-month-old son who suffers from a rare brain disease and calls him an evil fucking child. Boy's mother claims as she demands the rapper give them more support. Alexis Adams, 34 years old, told Daily Mail that Flo Rida, whose real name is Tremar LaSalle Dillard, well, you got a weird name, Tremar LaSalle Dillard, golly, initially denied that 19-month-old Zohar Paston was his son, excuse me. Anyway, you all might be saying, well, Trey, why would they name him Zohar? Zohar is the chief text of the Jewish Kabbalah. It's pretty much dealing with the mystery system, the occult, if you will, of Jewish Kabbalah, the basically foundational work. It's dealing with like mystical works and consulting on top of that nature and stuff. It's basically kind of like a mystery system school where you have to go study and also to learn certain things, because it's a deep subject when you're dealing with the mystery system, the Kabbalah, the Zohar, and stuff like that. And if you notice on a movie, what's the movie with Ben Stiller, Will Ferrell, something, I can't think of it right now, but anyway, the one he like this fashion designer, notice the name was Zohan. You feel me? Zohar. When you hear that, remember Jewish Kabbalah. Anyway, I just want to educate you all on that right there also. Now, a DNA test revealed 99.9% match that Flo Rida was the child's father. Zohar has hydrocephalopathy, a neurological condition which causes an abnormal accumulation of cerebral spinal fluid within cavities in the brain. Last month, he underwent brain surgery, but there was no visit or phone call from his father, Alexis said. Flo Rida is, however, covering his son's medical insurance and provides an undisclosed amount of child support each month. Well, that's a good thing, because I didn't know that when I first started the story, that he is covering the medical insurance, which is very good. I'm pretty sure that he has very good top-notch insurance, so that is a good thing that he is covering the medical costs, because that's what's going to really get you within the tens and tens of thousands. Now, the mother of Flo Rida's son has revealed the rapper refuses to meet his toddler, who suffers from a rare brain disorder, and called him an evil fucking child. In an exclusive interview, Miss Alexis Adams, 34 years old, said the music star initially denied that 19-month-old Zohar Paxton was his son and turned his back on the baby when she brought him to a medical center for a paternity test. A DNA test revealed a 99.9% match that Flo Rida, whose real name is Tremar LaSalle Dillard, was the child's father. So why is there an issue about loving your child, being there for your child? Not saying that he's not there financially, but you already know, men and women, your child need more than financial support. It's really not about the financial support. They need the emotional support, the day-to-day support. That's what's really more important. Now, Alexis said Flo Rida has only seen his son once during the paternity test, but kept his shades on and his back turned. They were in the same room. He didn't try to hug Zohar, nothing. It was very cold. That's his way of protecting himself emotionally, because he do not want to be emotionally attached with this child, and that's why he had his back turned with the shades on. It's like a barrier that people put up, men and women, and to understand that is to understand psychology also. Now, I don't know a whole lot about psychology, but I did take it a little bit in college. But anyway, what I learned about psychology didn't come from college. It came basically from just day-to-day experience, just looking at people, seeing how they interact, how they act, and what make people react and tick. So, to me, I can understand why he did that, but I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I understand why he had the shades on with his back turned. That's the way he can keep that emotional disconnect up, and he won't be having no attachment to the child. Now, although the rapper is covering his son's medical insurance and provides an undisclosed amount of child support each month, Alexis' legal battle with Flo Rida is ongoing because she does not feel the support is enough for a special needs child, according to her attorney. Zohar has hydrocephalopathy, a neurological condition which causes an abnormal accumulation of cerebral spinal fluid within cavities in the brain, which make his head pretty much swells up. And it's a rare disease, but quite a few people in this world, especially America, are affected with it. Now, how they are affected with it and what causes these outbreaks and symptoms, or your children to be born this way with these defects, I really don't know. I don't know all that. Only thing I can say, you have to accept whatever God gave you, because you whether you prepare for it or not, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Not saying something wrong with Flo Rida or something wrong with Alexis, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's just like putting a quarter into a slot machine. Whatever comes out, whatever comes out. And that's just what you have to deal with. You know, and it's sad that when these children are born, you know, they didn't ask to be here, you know, but through the heat of the moment, you know, with Flo Rida and Miss Alexis, y'all conceived this child, and little do it know, it was not conceived in love, because if it was love, it would be love all the way around the board. Now, the mom loved the child, true enough, but Flo Rida, I guess he has other agendas, just like how he did the first child. And I found that very ironic, because I didn't know about the first child until somebody said, well, one of my friends, you know what I'm saying, and big shout out to him also, said that he already did this a few years back to another woman, basically denying paternity, won't be there for the child or whatnot. Now let's continue. Although symptoms vary, they can include abnormal enlargement of a baby's head, nausea, vomiting, headaches, and vision problems. Hell, I might have that, and damn, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even have hydrocephalus. So shit, I might have that. All them damn migraines I'll be having, but I think that's from the damn salt content in the food I eat. I'm gonna change that up too. Now anyway, since birth, Zohar has had numerous doctor's appointments, tests, and ultrasounds for the incurable condition. Last month he underwent brain surgery, but there was no visit or phone call from his father, Alexis said, because he don't care. He figured the money's just enough. You know what I'm saying? He only doing that because keep him from being drugged all through the media, and also due to the legal issues that he would have to pay the child support since it's his children, and also he's this celebrity, so he cannot do nothing because the people would come at him with like ready to nail him to the cross, if you will. So he's going to have to do something, which he feel he does enough already by putting up the money, because he evidently do not love the child. I'm not saying he want to see the child hurt anything, but I mean, if you know that you're a child, no matter how the child may look, and the boy look normal to me, you know, I mean, hell, what baby born don't have a damn big head? Let's just keep it real. I'm not trying to be funny, but every time I say that, it comes out funny. But I didn't say that to be funny, you know, because you know I love the kids. But at the same time, I wouldn't care how my child look. It could come out one leg, one arm, no arms, whatever. That's my baby. I'm going to love it. I mean, you created it. It's a part of you. So, I mean, if you got a problem with that child, you're really saying that you have a problem with you and your insecurities. Anyway, last month he underwent brain surgery, but there were no visit or phone calls from his father, Alexis said. Even after Zohar's surgery, he hasn't reached out to find out if he's okay, she said. I find it strange because Flo Rida is always involved in charities pertaining to kids. Yes, it's a tax write-off. They get tax write-off for that. Just like if you have a business or whatever you own, or even if you're a celebrity, you're working for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, it's tax write-off. It wouldn't be no different if people go out and buy studios and stuff and equipment. You can write that off on your taxes. Because if he really loved children like that, where he's going to give charities and hold charities and do fundraisers, quite naturally, he would love his own child if he could love all these other people's children. But anyway, some people get it, some people don't. Now, being a single mom going to a lot of doctor's appointments and not knowing what else your son might need is heartbreaking, Alexis said. Alexis met the Grammy-nominated artist who is worth an estimated $30 million in 2015 on the West Coast, but would not disclose the details of that meeting. Hell, was it a booty call? Was it a one-night stand? Because let me tell you something, the way you start is the way you're going to finish in a relationship. But people don't want to hear all that. They think you're preaching to them or tell them how to live their life. No, if you met him and you let him get the draws, you know what I'm saying, like Tommy, may he rest in peace, for Martin said, if you let him get the draws the first night or whatever the hell else, I mean, that's the way you started out meeting him. Not saying that is right for him to neglect his child for as being there emotionally. I'm not talking about financially, because we know he got money. The point is, you know, it's the emotional support. So how did you all meet, since no one would not detail the meeting? What went on in the meeting? Nobody want to disclose that. But like I said, they grown. That's their business. But also, the way you start is the way you're going to finish. Now, we were friends at first, very casual, she recalled. He traveled a lot and I was on the West Coast. He lived on the East Coast. We were getting to know each other. That's how our relationship was in the beginning. We became romantically involved at the end of the year. We were just dating. Yeah, doing it probably was the right thing to say right then. We were just dating. It wasn't exclusive, not at the time, but we did do intimate things together. There we go right there. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to do intimate things together. Hell, I mean, hell, who damn near wouldn't want to be with Flo Rida or any other celebrity. Not saying that everybody would want to, but you have quite a lot of people who will want to be with these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Now, she says it went on until I discovered I was pregnant in 2016. Flo Rida, the Florida-born rapper, 38 years old, who has worked with Lady Gaga, Keisha, and DJ Khaled, among many others, did not respond well to the news that Alexis was expecting a child. She said, I was in shock when I found out I was pregnant, and I was nervous because I was about to be a mom. Quite natural. I told him right away. I kind of made a joke about it, saying, why didn't you tell me that you spilled milk? And he said, what do you mean? Hell, she ain't talking about you going to the icebox spilling no milk. She talking about you shooting up her club. And I ain't talking about like the Orlando club shooting. May they rest in peace. No, I'm talking about going up in there with that wood and you patoi spitting on that cookie. That's what I'm talking about right there. You shot a club but without a gun. You feel me? You used the other gun. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a woman come and tell a man, I'm pregnant. Now, I know we've seen a movie Friday. The girl was already pregnant when they met and all that. Anyway, but if a woman come and tell you that she's pregnant and everything, right, you know what I'm saying? Don't wait a long time. You ain't seeing no stomach showing or nothing, and you don't have no inkling that she is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She still look normal, but she say, look, I'm pregnant. Quite naturally, give her the benefit of the doubt. Believe her if you will, because trust me, many would lie. You know what I'm saying? I done had some try to lie on me. Done told me months later. I'm like, damn, girl, you were pregnant when I met you. Shit, I didn't even know, and I'm not even Day. My name ain't Day, but hell, this true story. So what I'm trying to say is this right here. If somebody come and tell you, and you intimate with this person, and you knowing that this person is intimate with you, I'm not saying you don't know who all they fool around, just like they don't know who you all fool around. But guess what? The women are the ones that have the babies, not the men. But if she come and tell you she's pregnant, at least give her the benefit of the doubt. Go get a DNA test, because guess what? If you know that you did not pull out, your pull-out game ain't strong. Hell, you made that damn child, especially if you know you can have kids. And he knew he could have kids. You know why? Because he already was being exposed by Wendy Williams from the first one. This the second one. I mean, let's come on. It's not like he had a hernia or he had health issues. Hell, you was out here, had super sperm busting seeds left and right. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. I said there is something missing from my body, like a period. I'm pregnant. After that, he just said it was a lot and got off the phone fast. He like, the hell with this shit. You see what I'm saying? But this goes to show you what people really think about you. And Miss Alexis is a very beautiful woman. But guess what? It's beautiful women all over the world. So don't think that you somebody special just because you look a certain way, because there's always somebody look better than you or worse. Remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, you know, if a person gonna be with you, they gonna be with you regardless of the situation, whether you're this or whether you're that. All those are just excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like fillers, if you will. Now, the relationship quickly deteriorated, according to Alexis, who claims that Flo Rida put pressure on her to have an abortion and sent vile insults about her unborn child. Now, this is a guy telling her, look, bitch, you better have an abortion. You better get rid of the baby. And I had to say bitch just to make the point, you know what I'm saying, for shock therapy, if you will. Now, it caught me off guard. I was pregnant and hormonal. 1 minute happy, then sad. You want support? You don't know what to think when you are pregnant and someone's like that, she said. He called my baby an evil fucking child. Those were his exact words. So if the baby is evil and the baby come from you, what that makes you? It makes you evil also. You know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody call you a son of a bitch. What do that mean? My mama's a bitch then? You know what I'm saying? Because the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I'm not gonna preach today though. Now, the news media outlet has reached out to Flo Rida for comment. Alexis, who now lives in her hometown of New York, claims that she and Flo Rida only spoke a few times early in her pregnancy, and then she lost contact with him. In my second trimester, we spoke briefly, and after that, we lost communication. That's why I finally got an attorney, and I let them handle it. She said, I got an attorney was because of the lack of communication with him and the disrespect. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you better keep in contact with me, at least check on your child. And if that's all she wanted, he should at least gave her that. Just check on the child, be there for the child. Now, I'm not saying that she don't want no more money, because he already giving her $5K a month. But guess what? $5K, $60,000 a year is not much at all in New York. But it's child support, not mom support. But remember, the boy have a health condition, so the mama gonna have to be with the child a lot. So I'm not saying, not trying to count his paper and stuff like some of these YouTubers do, be trying to count your paper and shit like they jealous of the success you have. No, I'm not counting his paper. All I'm saying is this right here, is that they should come to some kind of reasonable conclusion about this whole situation. It sounds to me that she is bitter and heartbroken, but at the same time, Let's be honest. She has a right to be. This is a special needs child. And I mean, it was all like young Jesus said, it was all good just a week ago. So what happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened was a baby got involved. See, Flo Rida comes across as and I don't know this guy personally, but I know people that has been around him, you know, and big shout out to them also. But he comes across to me as the kind of person who like to have his cake and eat it too, like to parade himself around in front of the women. But at the same time, the real true colors come out when you start digging and you find out what he did just to one child before, don't have anything to do with the child, settle out of court just to pay the woman off. So he make babies and just write a little check out, and that's it. And these children just grow up fatherless. Yeah, they might have a little money, but money is not everything. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, now, she describes the remaining months of her pregnancy as extremely stressful. When you are high risk, it's not like a normal pregnancy, Alexis said. They check you every 2 weeks. It's a full exam on the body, and then you speak with counselors. They tell you all the things that can go wrong. He might need surgery as soon as you give birth. He might need a helmet, a shunt. You really don't know until the baby is born. And poor little fella, when you look at the baby, man, you know, I mean, that goes to show you, though. You never, like Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And that's true. But guess what, though? These children, whatever they born, and you have people neglect these children, give these children away, leave them on the side of the highway like I did a video. But when you have these children, you have to understand one thing, that these children did not ask to be there. Maybe this is a lesson the Most High, for those who believe, is sending you, Flo Rida, or people like you in your situation that have children with these special needs. These children need your love more than actually the average child. So, I mean, if you can't muster that up and you can still go do charities and everything else for all these other children, shame on you, because the first love you should give and the most love you should give is to your children. Let me know what you all think about this video. And also, if you want to leave a comment describing, like, if you have to deal with deadbeat dads, and for you moms, you have to deal with, I mean, for you dads have to deal with deadbeat moms who don't want to help you out, because it's just the same. You have women who take care of their children. You have women who don't take care of their children, because I got a couple videos coming up showing you both parents can be deadbeat. So let me know and what you have to do to resolve those issues, because it's nothing like knowing that you are pregnant and want to be with somebody and thinking that they're going to be with you and everything was cool before you got pregnant. But the moment you got pregnant, that's when he changed, or that's when the relationship changed and she changed. Let me know what you all think about that, and make sure you leave a comment down there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video. Next time, y'all stay blessed. And we'll meet back soon. I'm out.